to Eden's Secret, a full year, hopefully, of soap making, product making. It's 2020, can you believe that? Doesn't it seem 2 seconds since the year 2000? But here we are. So it is a new soap I'm making, and it's Sweater Weather from Soap Supplier. I've made some bath bombs with this and everybody's been really impressed with them. So we're going to make some soap, and I don't think it's going to discolour, at least I hope it's not. So the first part of this is it's just going to be really simple pour into 2 soap loaf moulds. And I've got my soap batter already mixed and blended and ready to put the fragrance in there. So we're going to put about 125 mils into this batch. Does have a little bit of colour with it, the fragrance, but it didn't discolour the bath bombs at all, so I'm hoping, I did make them white as well, the white cheetah. Gosh, I've forgotten how many I've done. I'm hoping this is 4, but if it's 5 it doesn't matter, it'll just make it stronger. And yeah, it's a really nice smell. At first, when I got it, I don't know, I was expecting it being kind of vanilla, lace and pearls. And when I first got it and smelt it out of the tin, I thought it was more like fabric conditioner, but actually it's not. It's definitely not a linen-y scent or anything. It's actually, it's really pretty. It is so pretty. Uh-oh. Gosh, I thought it was going to seize on me there. If it was going to seize, it would have been a bad fragrance for what I want to do with this soap, which you'll see later at the end of the video. So it's literally the whole batch, getting the fragrance in. There's no titanium dioxide in here. Just give it a stir, and then we're going to pour it into the moulds. Now I was going to use a slab mould, but I really don't like the silicone on those slab moulds, that really thick silicone. These Brambleberry silicone liners are absolutely fantastic. And these are the older ones which are thinner, but I'm sure the thicker ones are made with exactly the same kind of silicone. The thick silicone, which I have in my slab mould, it's very difficult to keep clean. It seems to pick every bit of fluff that's flying around in the air, and it sticks to the mould. And so I thought, oh, I'm not going to use them for this soap. They're not useless, but this silicone that Brambleberry uses is really fantastic, and I'll put a link in the description box to the molds. They're just the same, it's just that the liner is a little bit thicker, but I'm sure, as I said, the silicone is exactly the same type as what is used. I'm sure Anne-Marie, she gets everything right, doesn't she? She's brilliant. So anyway, that's those. Doesn't matter if the top's not too perfect, because when we cut these, we're going to pipe onto them. I have a feeling I just said 100 grams of fragrance, didn't I? It's not 100 grams, it's actually 200 grams. That's how much fragrance has gone into that full batch there. Might even have been 250 grams. But that's it, at 5%. Alright. So we're just cutting this sweater weather now with the MRK Tools single wire cutter. Link in the description box to that. You can see it's just plain. It has discoloured a little bit to a lemony colour. I definitely think I pour 50ml too much fragrance in it, because if you look at the top, I don't know if you can see these oil dots. I'm presuming that's just too much fragrance, because I'm going to pipe on the outside, it'll still look pretty. I mean, it looks fine. Got a bit there left. There's definitely a yellow stripe around the side, so I feel it's going to discolour. So I don't think I'll put any fragrance in the soap that I'm going to pipe onto this soap. So we're now going to trim the edges. Something really therapeutic about doing this, actually. I enjoy it. So what we're going to do is, I've got some batter in a piping bag here, and as you can see, there's quite a small round nozzle on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to pipe a knitted pattern onto the top. Like so. So it's like a cable pattern, if you know about knitting. I mean, my mother used to knit all the time when we were younger, and I can knit as well. So if you can knit and I've got the name of the pattern wrong by saying cable, let me know. Just hard to keep it as neat as possible. Right, so what we're doing next with this soap is I've taken some golden shimmer and I've just spread it out on a piece of kitchen paper. Just press the elements into the mica and then we're going to stamp the soap with it. Now the top of the soap is still wet, so I must be very, very careful. So we'll just pop the first one onto there like so. Just hold it in place with your fingers and gently press down, very gently, because these are plastic and they are quite delicate actually. If anybody wants a new business making soap stamps, make them out of resin. I think resin is the best material to use. So there you can just see how beautiful that is though. Absolutely beautiful. And it's the designs are absolutely gorgeous. It's just the delicateness of them. So this is the bigger one that I'm just going to pop on there. And again I'm going to gently press. Now the only time you're going to be able to use the sweet stamps is when you've just cut your soap. I've tried to stamp it on soap that's a few weeks old and it's practically impossible. Just makes such a mess. So you need to stamp it while your soap's still soft. This soap is about 24 hours old and it's just perfect for stamping. So that is what it looks like. It is very pretty. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. So this is our sweater weather soap. Now I wonder whether we should just put a little bit I have put some of this gorgeous golden shimmer mica into a shaker jar, maybe just a touch of it on the top will make all the difference. Remembering I've just piped the top. And there we are. We have a beautiful bar of soap that smells really, really nice. So I'm sorry, I have to say it. I don't think the Sweet Sam stuff is good enough for soap. It's just not strong enough. I've brought both of these decorations. I'm trying to be gentle, but the ends come off that one. And I thought maybe the thick one would be alright, but even that one's broken. So they break so easily. So I'm actually going to look for some resin stamps. I bet you can get resin stamps with this type of shape on there. The reason I bought them in the first place was, I mean, I didn't buy everything. I didn't buy these, what you see now. But I bought the letters originally because I loved the fonts. And I hadn't seen those beautiful fonts in resin stamps. And it didn't even cross my mind how strong they would be. But I mean, yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's just not, I don't know. I just can't recommend them. I've got to be honest. Okay, I love them, but no good for soap. Only good for cakes. And I bet they break even when you're using them on cakes, because they're so delicate and fine, certain areas of them. So there you go. I just wanted to be honest. I don't want to encourage anyone to buy anything unless you've got a more delicate hand than me.